Hello, I'm Cyr Peralta, and this is my informative speech on how photography can help improve your mental state. Have you ever wanted to pick up a new hobby, especially during quarantine? Has your mental health also been not the best during quarantine? Well, I can give you both an answer. Photography. Photography can help sometimes, most of the time, your mental state. The 3 points that I'll be talking about is how photography will improve your mental state, why choose photography to help your mental health, what can you learn from photography. How photography can help your mental health improve through distraction. Photography focuses your mind and allows you to capture the world around you. This can also make you feel grateful for what's around you, as well as give you something to feel control of your surroundings, therefore feel empowered. Photography is a form of occupational therapy to focus. What is occupational therapy, you ask? Occupational therapy is a task that at hand that helps you improve your mental state. A lot of autistic kids use this to communicate, especially since they have a harder time to communicate. They do drawings, music. They can even use photography to say how they're feeling without using any words. My first quote is, using photography can help a person have a sense of control and empowerment. This was taken from Granger Webb University through their study of how photography can help college students improve their mental health during this time. This newfound sense of control through therapy can make it easier for someone to talk about what the picture means and the meaning behind it. Now, you don't have to do this, but it does help a lot if you do talk about the meaning behind what you decided to capture, because it starts a conversation. And again, you don't need to talk about it in first person if you don't want to. I know I didn't often talk about how it made me feel or what the picture meant truly to me, more so just on what it was about and what I was hoping got across to people. When participants were given the opportunity to document their problems, it allowed participants to have their voice heard and show their problems from their perspective. Now again, let's say you're in a fight with a friend. Both of them can take two separate different pictures talking about that one fight, and they're completely different because they're from completely different perspectives, and that alone can help a lot of people convey what they want to convey, because it's from your perspective. It's not from someone else's perspective, and you control what's in the frame of the picture. You control what's not in the picture, and you control how the picture looks. So that in itself gave a lot of empowerment to people. Knowing that photography can help your state of mind, well, why choose photography? Choosing photography can be a hobby that can improve your mental health by providing a safe outlet. Again, you don't need to talk about your work, but that in itself allows you to kind of escape and show or capture whatever you want to capture in your own way. And that's a very safe space for many people. And it's an art, and that's how a lot of people choose to show how they feel. Choosing photography can also allow you to focus on little details and things around you to help explain what the picture means to you without using words. And that in itself, again, is another form of self-empowerment. My third point is, what can you learn from photography? You can learn how to connect with people and places around you due to the fact when you're trying to capture a picture, you control what the picture says. Again, this control is going to come up a lot because a lot of people feel that they don't have control of their own lives, and this is a way to do it. Art is just a really good form to do it, and sometimes it's even a good way to just express yourself. With photography, you can also learn how to advocate for yourself when speaking about the picture that you took, or even advocate for those who do not have a voice. You can take pictures of others and tell their story if you want. I know there was a kid in my class that took a picture of his grandma that survived the Holocaust, and you could see her tattoo. And I mean, that alone was like breathtaking. And he made her in a very powerful position. And it just showed that, like, this number, this story behind her wasn't the only thing behind her. She had power behind her. And I think that in itself is just empowering. And if you can do that with a picture, I mean, you can speak volumes without needing to say one word. Hopefully, I have you a little interested. Now that we're near the closing, photography hopefully has piqued your interest, but has it also made you realize that photography is a great therapeutic form of art, like drawing? And photography is easy, it's cheap. You just need a cell phone and you can snap a picture. You don't need fancy gear. So we talked about how photography can improve your mental state, why choosing photography can help your mental health, and what did you learn photography? Well, here's a helpful reminder for the last. Photography has self-control. You can have your own self-control in photography. It's cheap and it helps you focus on things around you and distracts your mind from that current moment. In closing, today we learned not just why photography is so therapeutic, but why it's so easy to pick up. I know, being an anxious person, I love photography personally, that this is my form of therapy. A simple photo that you can take from your phone make the world's difference in your mental health just by taking a picture, taking this darkness out of your life, finally shining a light in it. You can create masterpieces. You can bring something to life with a photo that you took yourself. You can bring yourself out of a dark place just using your phone. I would say for years I didn't pay hundreds of dollars to see a therapist. Rather, I used the camera to talk my feelings out. Having a voice through photography is interesting because you're not saying any words, but you can say all the words in the world with just one picture, and that alone can help people around you understand what you're feeling.